Good evening, everyone. Today is 9/17/2013, about 8:24 at night. So you guys know, this is the fourth time tonight that I'm trying to record this video. I tried to do it just on YouTube, and it disconnected me 3 different times. The first time I talked for like 13 minutes. The second time I talked for like 7 minutes. The third time I talked for like a minute before it cut out. So I'm going to do this as best as I can. This is on a different video, so not directly through YouTube. So hopefully I can get through. Well, I'll be able to get through this one actually. So yesterday my blog wasn't working. I guess the sound was off, and thank you guys for letting me know. That was really kind of you. So you are not deaf. I was recording this on my laptop upstairs, and I think I had a blanket over the microphone or something like that. I think that's what made it cut out. So sorry about that, but I'll recap what I talked about yesterday in this one, and for the 4th time I'll recap it, and it's gonna get pared down because I'm a little bit like okay, here we go again. So Ricky Morales gave me a comment. Amazing, the trial's working so well. You can tell big difference on the jawline tumor. So happy for you. Keeping you in my thoughts and prayers. Well, thank you so much. You're very awesome. Yeah, I mean it's significantly down. Like I can tell when I open my mouth, I can chew better, I can like move my neck a lot better and stuff like that. So like this one's almost all the way gone. These ones down here, this whole thing right here used to come out to like the middle of my throat, and now it's back to here, and so that whole thing's like shrinking. There are some growing up in here that are gone. These ones down here are shrinking. This one was kind of pretty gnarly, but now that one's almost going away, so that's pretty exciting. The next comment is, my dad, magnet ball, not soccer. If you don't know what I mean, wait until your first game, then you will. It brings back good memories. I actually got an email from one of the parents. I emailed out all the parents that were going to be, their kids are going to be in the soccer league. And one of them asked if they need to go to practice, or another one asked if they could help out. And I was just like, honestly, like, no practices, just show up to the game. It's going to be herding cats, like that's it. Like it's just going to be running around and everything like that. We don't even have a goalie. It's just 5 players out there on each team because we're in pre-K. So I'm like, it'll be fun, but no need to practice, none of that. So it should be exciting. I'm actually really excited for Isabel to get into that. Pal went shopping with her today and picked up her shin guards and some cleats and stuff like that. So she's all romping, ready to go. Justin, well, that sucks. Your vision is getting blurry, but now you know exactly what I see every morning, every night for the past 20 plus years. When my contacts aren't in, it sucks, huh? It does. I remember making fun of you and Aaron and stuff like that, and saying like, well, how can you guys not see something like that? Just looks perfect. But now it's like, why is that all blurry? That's annoying. And then I put on my glasses. I'm like, holy cow, I can see. So yeah, it's not the funnest thing in the world, but it's better than cancer. Ha ha. And then Andy Ratty reblogged this on Anti-Radiation. So thanks for reblogging. That was really cool of you. Hi, Andy Ratty. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Yesterday I talked about Aline the Mystic. So she's a mystic, and she connected with my soul and gave me a few things that I needed to, like, that she felt I needed to work on. One of them was like connecting with my masculine energy. So I don't want to say I'm feminine, but I think I resonate well with the feminine energy, just because that's kind of how I've always been. My dad was in the military, moved around a lot. My mom was always there and kind of like the figurehead for us. And then, I ballroom dance, so I, was always around girls and stuff like that. And I think I just figured out how to, work with that. And, and then on the other side, I've never been really a sports guy. I played football in high school, and I skateboarded, and, I did a lot of things like that, but I've never like gotten into, Monday Night Football, or, like really diehard fan of any of that stuff. And so I think she's right with that. Like I'm lacking it. And when she kind of said it kind of like resonated really well with me, and it was really inspiring just talking with her, and like I kind of got goosebumpies and stuff like that. So it was really, really cool. I'm actually in a fantasy league for fantasy football this year, so we're winning. Haha! So that's pretty awesome. And actually, it was. I got a compliment. We went to Seattle for the Lions trip, and one of the ladies, Janet, was telling me that when I kind of was telling her that I wasn't really into sports, she's like, that's probably why you're so successful so young, is because a lot of other guys just kind of like, they wasted time on that stuff. I'm like, that actually makes sense. Like I just went straight to working versus like wasting time on that. And then she was talking about like connecting with my dad, which actually makes a lot of sense. Like me and my dad have a pretty good relationship, but not a great relationship. And I think that could help me really on that masculine energy side, to get more connected. So Dad, I'll be stalking you a little bit more here, and inviting you to lunches and stuff. But yeah, let's get connected, and I want to hear about those good memories and stuff like that. Let's we're going on a boys' weekend out. We're going Friday and Saturday down to the Narrows, so let's connect, and we'll definitely it should be fun. And some of that stuff with like the mystic and the energy, there's a couple books that the great Aileen was telling me about the Great Dictionary of Disease and Illness, and one of the things that they're saying with cancer is like you're shunning that male energy side, and that's what it kind of gets exposed on the skin and stuff like that particularly. So that was really cool. And then and one of the things that she really said that really kind of like just sparked that inspiring thing was like the business is to create the father figure in the strongest way, the pillar to stand on as part of the thing, and then also to change my blog from just talking about the disease to talking about the self that is going to be born because of the disease. So who I am becoming because of that disease. And it's actually when she kind of said that, like it really like just rang true. Like I have been using this blog as kind of like that bitch session, I think, of just like talking about the disease and stuff like that, but really who am I going to become and where am I really going, and really documenting that I think would be fun, and my discovery of the masculine energy should be pretty exciting. So we'll see how that all works out. But yeah, just overall like super awesome and super inspiring. I'm really fired up for not only for like these things going down, but also just fired up about life. Like after talking with her, I'm more like engaged and stuff like that. We're bringing out Stop Hunger Now, which we've supported them for a while and really have been working with them to get them out into Utah and really start a facility out here and stuff like that. And it's really like everything's starting to get into place and the pieces are starting to move, and we're bringing out Ray to the soccer game this Saturday, and so it's really exciting. Like I'm really getting more passionate, or refinding that passion I have for driving the philanthropic side and really ending starvation. So I'm really excited for it. We're gonna do it here very shortly, so pretty awesome. And then Molding Box is just an amazing company. Holy cow! Like we went in today and had an executive meeting and an executive training with Craig Manning, and just seeing the team cohesiveness and how on board everyone is, and really that driving force behind it. We're not. It used to be that we had a lot of problems. We had a lot of people that had come up with problems and want solutions. Where now, from what we're hearing, it's people are solution driven. People are finding solutions before they even become problems. They're coming to the CEO with not oh, you need to fix this, but hey, here's a solution. We just need you to write off. Or they're going to their managers even, and the managers are empowered to say, yes, that's good, go for it. And so just seeing that team engagement and stuff like that is just beautiful, and the commitment that's there. And one of the things that Craig Manning was saying, he's our executive coach. He was a tennis. I think he was a tennis pro, and he coached down at BYU and helped grow that into a world renowned, and they won a few tournaments under his tenure and stuff like that. But he did his thesis on the attributes of, I don't know if it was just attributes of success or attributes of what makes a great athlete. And he was able to calculate 76% of how to get there. He said you can never calculate 100% because there's too many variables when it comes to human development and stuff like that. But he was able to calculate about 76, and of that 76, like character was like 4% of that. The next one was like technical ability or athletic ability, which we convert to skills or or technical ability at the office was maybe 5%. Above that was like emotional stability, which was like another 7%, and then above that was confidence, which was another 8%, and then above that was commitment, which ended up being 76% of the 76%. So a huge margin of percentages of success is based off commitment. And kind of when he said it seemed at first you get that sticker shock, but then you think about it and it's like, that's very true. You get committed people, it doesn't matter what skills they have or anything like that. They're going to find a way to make it work, and that's really what's making Molding Box successful, is the people that are committed, that they just know they're not going to fail. They're not going to. They will fail over and over again, but the greatest thing is they're going to fail until they're successful. They're going to keep going until they succeed, and then they'll find the next challenge, and they'll rise to that and keep going and going. And so just seeing that team buy-in and stuff is just beautiful. Like it's so amazing. And then, right along the lines with Molding Boxes, as me and Paola were going up there, she's been coming with me and really kind of learning the ropes and stuff. And as we're going up there, it's just we started talking kind of the business sense in it, and she kind of called me out on some of the things I was doing. Like I get very, and when I get into the boss mode or business mode or whatever, I've been told, not just by her but by a lot of people, that I'm kind of abrasive and brash and just very like lecturing. And she's just such an amazing woman to be able to put up with me, not only on the marriage side, because I know how much of a pain in the ass I have to be on the marriage side, but then also like blending that in with work and really being able to separate those two and really basically just handle that. It's just awesome. Like I'm a really lucky guy. I think I roofie her every night so she forgets who I am. So if anyone wants to know, that's a success. That's a secret to keeping a awesome woman with you. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That's a horrible idea. But yeah, it was just awesome. But and I'm a pretty awesome guy too, so it works out well. That I think I'm pretty cool. So I think she got an okay catch. I'm really bony right now, but that's okay. And then some random thoughts I had. I was talking with my sister, and we kind of talk every once in a while, and I was talking with Paola as well about children and stuff like that. And there's sometimes I see parents that have, I guess, rowdy kids or whatever it is, and I can see how it can be difficult for them at times. And Erin had asked me, like, oh, you always say your kids are awesome and amazing and everything's going so great. How do you do that? And it kind of took me a little bit by surprise, but I started thinking about it, and it was just what it really came down to is I love them unconditionally, just like everyone, but I realize they're kids, and I just look at them, and anything that they go out and do, yes, they're frustrating. Yes, they're a pain in the ass. Like, they are not convenient. And they're little shits that just like run around and are all crazy. And that's not fun, It's super frustrating, and you can get angry, you can get all that stuff. But what I do is I kind of take a breath and stop and think, well, I was that age once. And as the adult, why am I getting angry at something that a 4-year-old's doing? Because that 4-year-old is experiencing whatever emotion they're experiencing for the first time. That's it. It's the first time they felt that. Maybe the second or third or whatever it is, but they don't know how to deal with it. Where I've had 20 years to figure out how to deal with that craziness and the crazy chemicals that are going through your brain and blowing up all these signals and stuff like that. And it's like, so, being able to put myself in their shoes, which is, all parents should be able to do that, because you were kids once. We were all kids once, we were all the little shits. We were all the ones running around doing that stuff that we should be able to, flip around. But I think people get so caught up in being the adult and being the parent or whatever it is, and I think I've just been able to step outside of that and really be like, well, no, I'm just gonna be me. Like, I'm not gonna be what someone else thinks I should be, or be the figure that someone else thinks I should be. I'm going to be the father to my children, and then I'm not going to judge what my children are doing or compare them against any other children out there. I'm not going to look at the perfect family, quote unquote, and see their kids all well behaved and everything like that, and then say, well, my daughter's not doing that, so she must be wrong. And I'm not, I'm just not going to judge my kid based off of an adult either. I'm not going to say, well, you should eat all your food, or you should, do this, and this, because they don't know. I mean, they're 4. They're running around being 4-year-olds. you know, and it is frustrating, but again, just accept that. Like, I know that. I know they're going to be frustrated. I know they're going to be, you know, crazy, but, you know, you can just laugh at it because they're funny as hell. Like, when kids do some things, like some of the things they say or just do or just act or anything is just awesome. Like, it's so much fun. Like, no, it's just kind of one of those things that we get so wrapped into, you know, our day-to-day, like, having to be something, like having to be the professional or the adult or the business person or whatever it is versus just being happy. Like, it's not, I don't know, we get so wrapped into those expectations that other people have for us, and you know, I think I've just freed myself from that, and everyone can, you know. It's just that mind switch of being like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, it's not, it doesn't have to be this way. I'm wrong. I don't know everything. I'm lost just like everyone, you know. I think every single person on this world is 100% right and 100% wrong at the exact same time, you know. And that's the thing, is I think people try and pick one or the other, of saying either I'm right or wrong, but you're both. You're right in your mind and you're wrong in someone else's. Every single thing you think, someone thinks the exact opposite. I would almost guarantee it. I don't know, but there's 7 billion people on this planet. I would pretty much guarantee that someone thinks what you're thinking right now, and if someone thinks what I'm saying right now is completely crazy. I agree. You know, like, I think it's just as crazy, but just as valid as anything else, and you know, that's okay. Like, I'm just not part of that game anymore. So I don't know, just some random thoughts I had, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but man, love your kids. Have fun with them. They're awesome things. They're little shits for sure, but they're awesome. They're really, really fun. So, yeah, beyond that, like, I hope everyone had a fantastic day. I'm really happy. I'm just pumped up for life. I have a hospital appointment tomorrow. I go in for 12 hours just for some observation. I gotta take my pills, go up there, and I think I'm flipping onto the rollover study, which is like, they're reducing it from, I'm taking 600 milligrams a day. I think they reduced it down to like 150 or something, which is the normal dose, not the crazy dose that I'm on right now. So beyond that, you know, are you guys closer to where you want to be now than you were yesterday, or now even? Are you closer to where you are now than you were at the start of this video? You know, like, just make sure you're, you know, and if it's just that small baby step, if it's just that mind switch, like, just make that mind switch, just make that one commitment, just make that one thing, and you're already there. You know, it's not some big crazy event that's going to happen sometime. It's happening now. It's in the present. That's all you have. Don't worry about the future. Don't feel guilty about the past. Like, live now and now and now. Like, just do that, and then do the best you can. Like, that's all anyone can hope for. And you know, just be the best you can possibly be at any moment, at any time, and smile. Like, smiling's awesome. I got some stuff from school that's like little smile cards, so you can go and hand it out. But anyway, love you all. Peace.